Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it? Just let it slip.
Exclusive race.
B-boys hit the flow with it. Up in Jamaica, let me see your heel toe with it. Clown and crump with it. A-town stump with it. At the set, juggalettes make they double D's jump to this house on the hill. Relative drill. Powerhouse said he do me up a red grill. Bust a bus, saluted the 5-6 bill. Brody Water, he showed me a lot in this business for real storming. In Salt Lake City, performing. Out of their garments before the morning, I'm charming. Leaving them torn, mess with the boys, you get the horns. Nina gets with a beauty that's disarming. Misery's behind me, labels trying to sign me. Ain't too many who don't know just who the tech 9 be. If she looking for something with a future so shiny, Kansas City, Missouri is where she gon' find me.
What's the use, cause I'm a hopeless thug. There ain't no love, reminiscing on how close we was way back in the day, before they put the crack in the way. Hey, how much money can you stack in the deck? Just kick you up, collect calls for my niggas and cup. I recollect we used to ball, now just living's enough. I stand tall in the winter, summer, spring, and fall. Thug for life, sprawled all across the wall and all. About my dollars, make me wanna holler, drop an album, sell a million, give a fuck about tomorrow. I know it's getting crazy after dark, these marks. Keep on up in the public, ain't no fear in my heart. What's going on in the ghetto? Still struggling, strive. I still roll with the heater, smoking chocolate top. In '94, I'll be going solo. Too many problems of my own, so I'm rolling solo.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everybody, or good afternoon. HLL Gadarian here to bring you guys another exciting competitive match of Hell Let Loose. We've got two amazing teams. I'm going to just say it. That's what it is. We've got the Syndicate, as you can see it right over here, Syndicate Apes, and they're playing against the 116 Greyhounds. Nobody who plays comp doesn't know the 116th. Perennial powerhouse, one of the top 3 teams consistently, I want to say from the very beginning. These guys have always been competing for the top place in all of Hell Let Loose, and we've got them on a great match today on Hürtgen Forest, a rematch, or not a rematch, but a replay of previous 2 weeks ago when Eastern Group came and played the Syndicate Apes on the same exact map. So Syndicate feels comfortable, obviously, playing on this map. They did well 2 weeks ago, and they're going to use this match as a prime, like a gear up for tomorrow's match against Esprit, because tomorrow, Sunday, 2:30, the APL, the American Premier League, will be kicking off their second season, and Esprit, which is NA's #1 team currently, is going to be their first opponent. So Syndicate will be using today's match as a way to prep for tomorrow's big one, and it will be on El Alamein Dusk, which is a new competitive map for me. So it's going to be interesting and exciting at the same time to cast a new map, new strats and all that good stuff will be something I experienced for the first time. So, but anyway, let me give a quick shout out. I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. I want to say a big shout out to the boys over at the Circle, and I wish I had a graphic to pop up, but two people I want to shout out in particular, Source Code and Excuse Me. These two gentlemen created a thing called the Kill Feed. So you could basically see in the upper right-hand corner when I cast tomorrow's match, Sunday? Definitely tune in for that. You're going to see the kill feed. Really cool. It's not just text. It's really, they've done a really nice job. It's, nice graphics. It's super cool. Nice little added feature. So shout out to them. Go over to their Discord and check in the announcements thread. It has all the information if you want to just, log on as a player. And you can see what your individual kills are. You want to see what your squad kills are. And I know there's a feature if you're a caster like me, you can get a global. So you can see all the kills. So shout out to those guys and thank you for helping me set that up. And I will link that up, their Discord, in the description after this video finishes. So anyway, back to the map. Hürtgen Forest, not an unfamiliar map for many comp players. It's one of those maps that a lot of people play, but let's just take a quick look. We're going to focus on the three midpoints like we did last time. North Pass to the north, Scar is your midpoint, and at the very bottom is Siegfried Lined. Like I said last week, North Pass is, to me, the most exciting midpoint to get, and I'm hoping we get the same exact thing because the match 2 weeks ago against Eastern was thrilling, exciting, back and forth, double cap progress. Scar, again, is probably my least favorite. Let me step back. It's not my least favorite. I'm not very excited about it, but Siegfried, obviously, least favorite. It's a heavy lean for the U.S. side, and I want to show you guys. It's small. You can probably make it out, but over on the bottom here, right below which would be the 8 line, you see the U.S. So the 1/16th are U.S. They'll be coming from the west, and the German side, which will be played by Syndicate, will be coming from the east. Just to give you guys a little perspective of how things are going to roll out. So we're going to pull that back down. Now, got everything sorted out, and a big shout out to the 1/16th guys. I forgot to even ask them to get admin cam, but they took good care of me. Nice from the 1/16th. Took care of me really well. So yeah, looking at this in-game, 98 players, just waiting on 2. This is great. We're going to get mostly a full complement of Syndicate and 1/16. We did have to get a few ringers here and there. I mean, guys, let's face it, it's Saturday. People got things to do, but for the most part, we're talking 90+% will be Syndicate and 1/16th. So I'm just going to hang out here a little bit, wait for map flip. Yeah, plugged everything I need to plug. So, yeah, I guess, you know what? Let's just dive in. What the hell? Let's just get it. Come on. See you in. So, in there, just waiting for the flip. We're on a St. Marie du Mont map, I believe. This is St. Marie, so we're just going to hang out for a little bit. What do I want to say? I want to say a big shout out to my man AX Hawk. AX Hawk, thank you. You see that lower bottom, we'll call it border? He was able to hook me up. I find the compass underneath kind of distracting to the viewer, so we were able to, he was able to help me, remove that whole thing, and I think it looks aesthetically beautiful, so thank you for helping me out with that, Hawk. Appreciate you. Anyway, who's in? Let me get this out of the way. Why not? Yes? Okay. Quick little overview of who's doing what. Logical Lee, this will be the 3rd time in a row I see him commanding. The regular guys, we got a couple. Now, this is interesting. We got a couple of spree guys in Clownface and Freezing Taz, coincidentally, who they'll be playing tomorrow in the APL opener. Smearing as well. Bishkoff was the guy who I was in the squad with last time. He'll be running artillery most likely. But yeah, this is gonna be good. The 1/16th They got themselves any ringers in there? No, they're 116 has a lot of players. These guys are so big they could probably field 2 competitive teams and dominate with both. But I think this is going to be one hell of a competitive game. Yes, these are some really talented players in here. I mean, just not only just from a skill point of view, but I mean, just look at the numbers on the left. I mean, look how much time these guys spend. I mean, we got mostly 200 plus, a couple sprinklings of 3 and 4. We've even got a couple 500s in here. So, you know, these guys take this game serious. Hell Let Loose competitive is, you know, I don't know. I think it's blowing up. I think it's moving in the right place. So we're about 5 minutes over. Let's go through some players. Kill switch right here. One of our best shooters. Expect to see him putting in some work on the front line. Oh, there it is. You guys can see it. We're going to go live in 60 seconds, so I won't have time to really break down the who's who of players. So let's get strapped up. Let's get ready. I know I'm ready. It's going to be a fun time. 116 Syndicate Hürtgen Forest. Definitely going to be a fun time. Oh, and to say I'm sorry, I won't be casting with the kill feed on this time, but we're going to spread the word throughout the community, and hopefully that becomes like a regular thing. So where every match has a nice, cool little kill feed. All right, so let's find our dude. It's always fun to watch the scramble right before the start of every match. Everyone's trying to sort out which squad and all that good stuff. So we have Abel, which is the spree group. Now Bishkov is not in artillery, so that's interesting. Let me just find a guy with a single. And maybe it's Tim. I'm just going to join Tim. Hopefully he doesn't kick me out. I'm sorry, Tim, if I'm not where I should be. All right, okay, so midpoint, you're seeing it right now with me live. The Scar. I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been Siegfried, but, you know, not complaining. It's going to be a nice little layout. I do like the layout the way it is. Salient 42 is a very difficult take, so I think this match is going to go the distance. I don't think this is going to be a runoff. So, get up to the front line, lock onto one of our Lux tanks. But anyway, you ready? Let's hit it, baby. You know, that's a long time to wait. That's a long time to wait. So we're going to pull off of this. Let's see what else we got coming out. Let's just get a look. Everybody else is still rushing up to the line. Bunch of OPs dropped. Sounds like supplies are being dropped in the distance, just beyond the gate. So that's Syndicate wanting to control top of map. Always want to be on top of your enemy. Never want to get wrapped or flanked around. But here we go. About to hit it. And we're live. Let's go, baby. Gonna pull off the looks, and we're gonna jump on the other transport. All 11 boys are rocking in this. This is full of Syndicate. Careful driving there, boss. That's it, baby. Get tiny. Ooh. Everybody out. I'm not sure if that's a perfect start, but where are we at? Top. They might be going for map control, but man, they're already making cap progress, which is pretty darn good. Here we go, into the fight. Here. First engagements of the fight. 116 is heavy. Heavy, that's at least 2 full squads. Trying to make sure we're going live, just in case we're not. Your boy's just gonna record this just in case, because man, we had a problem last time. So many things. Anyway, back to the fight. Looks like we are even across with 116th making a little bit of cap progress. They are heavy in the strong point. That's air apparent artillery taking out transport. Yeah, securing the back half of Scar up by these Dragon's Teeth that's just directly south of us is where a lot of OPs are placed to get into the strong point. So I expect non-stop artillery. Now if he can just walk it toward the midpoint, nice shot. Confident, yes, confident. Got you right today, baby. I believe he clapped the OP. And that's what he's on a mission. He's on a mission to clap OPs. He knows what's up. But Pan's on his 6. I don't think they see each other. Wow, nice turnaround, nice smack. We got the little guy, we got the Stewart just sitting on the cap. That cap weight is 3+. Now Syndicate also has their, what is that, a light? They also have their light tank sitting on the edge of the strong point, excuse me, Scar. March takes out Braz. And artillery's going to save the point. This is what Heir Apparent was working on, making sure that he holds the point, man. The 2 tanks are just sitting right across from one another. I'm not sure if they see one another. Beautiful back and forth action. You can just see this is beautiful. So seesaw. It was 1/16. Now Syndicate clawing its way in. That's going to be... That's big. That's big. Who is that? That was Bronico. with the AT kill on the Stuart. I said Stuart, I meant to say on the looks. There's our Stuart. Syndicate Satchel doesn't produce much in the way of bodies. Flare going out. Let's see what we see. Infantry coming in from the south. Syndicate, I mean, they're still in a pretty solid position. They don't have bodies in the strong point, which is concerning because they're not going to be able to stop 116. It's going to come down to Heir Apparent and his artillery taking out the strong point. Oh my goodness. Apologies. Apparently you're not allowed to stream in 2K, gentlemen and ladies. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry I missed that whole cat. It's so crazy. Why? I don't understand. You can't stream in 2K. Again, weird messages. I'm sorry. We're going to have to watch this on replay. But in the meantime, let's try and focus on the game. Let's take a look at the Salient 42 is the next point for Syndicate to defend. Garrisons, great network, all five. The whole entire line is clear with two garrisons in the sector as well. So the only way I would be able to actually stream this is if I change the resolution, and I'm not going to do all that. Do apologize again, but we'll just have to watch it on replay, guys. You know, the strange thing is I did a test run with the same exact 2K, no problems. I actually went live, did a quick test, and deleted it. And this didn't work today. Once again, I keep saying I'm sorry, but at least the microphone sounds clearer. We did solve that issue with the USB-C plug. Anyway, let me get back in focused. Now, Syndicate is already losing their fourth point, Salient 42. Okay, it's a full squad. I mean, just meant to be disruptor. I believe Syndicate's going to be able to bring this back. Yeah, there's another squad just spawned in. Bischoff, Haggard, Kill Switch. Yeah, I think they're going to be able to clean this up. Again, you press your opponent's 4th point in order to gain position on Scar. Got North set up with MG, just taking out, I think they call this area Dip. It's basically a ravine. Now, if you can control this top area, you control anything that comes out of the ravine. I think that's, Nor is just patient waiting, just propped up on these logs. Water Jug, hopefully Bloody Nine, giving them pings. So as you can see, the Scar easily in the hands of 116 right now. So we got a flare going out, 2 flares for Syndicate. Positive is there is a front door garrison not locked out, so they are able to put direct pressure on Scar. Evac getting the clap, getting another one from I think Pan sees him. Man, another one. That bolt action getting it done. Clown face. And these boys cleaning up. Evac and Clown face. Now, a familiar place. Well, it was a familiar place. Maybe too familiar. One of the normal hiding spots for the Panzer IV. Been eliminated. Let's just pull up top down. Let's get an idea of big picture where these guys are. All on the high ground. So Syndicate does own the high ground, and there's just like this bowl, as you can see, to the front, to the north. If they can surround 116th and with some tank and some artillery play, they could potentially smash them out, because they are just on the doorstep of getting into the, probably already are in the soft cap, or just outside of the soft cap here. Able squad with Clown and Evac are already in. Paradox going for the wrap. I think they see that he's there. And this is what 116th does. Very disciplined, holding their lanes. They know where Syndicate needs to be, and they're saying, come get us. You know, outgun us. It's going to take a whole squad of you guys to root us out. So, Kev, Shim, only. So, unlike last week, which was a crazy opener, this is more of what you expect. Two equally skilled teams. They're just locked in right now to a 3-2 in favor of 116. And I think this is one of the grindier points. Really, really hard to dig your opponent out once they get set in. The boys are always saying, hey, Gadara, get those flanks for me. So I'm going to do that for them. So the flank, this is another strong point, Siegfried line. Owning this area south, right here where Easy has outpost, Dickie Vargas. You control Siegfried line. It gives you the jump off to get into Scar. 116 recognizes that, and they're just not having it. They cleaned out the south quite well. Now I'm looking at my YouTube live control panel. Still saying error, but I'm seeing 12 concurrent viewers. Gentlemen and ladies, I don't know if I'm live at the moment, but maybe we are. Not sure. We'll have to worry about that after. But I do hear something. Betty, Doctor, and Cole. What are we in there, boys? That looks like the 7-6. Start bringing tanks up. Start to worry. It's a tough map to be moving tanks around. So I imagine they're trying to get into the area F7. Get them near those pillboxes. I think that's the area by Siegfried. I think they're interested in holding that area down. Very interesting. Now we got a little bit of back and forth. This is midpoint is being contested, but at the same time 116 is taking the fourth point. And look who's leading the charge. Ranger and Clownface from those are Spree boys. Freezing Ties has been a medic. Now, that is something you just generally don't see in a comp game. I think he's going to get memed for that. I don't know if he's trolling, but we got Colton Killswitch. Killswitch's got Bruce in his sights. Liquid gets kill switch, but here comes Clownface and Ranger. Spree's finest. About to run into Liquid, Pox, and Salat. a name I recognize from the old days of streaming. Good to see him still playing comp. And up in the distance, up on top of hills, they're just holding down. They're just holding that area on the line between the G and the F column. Dicky Vargas and I hate Hürtgen. Yes, sir. Tell me how you really feel. So we'll get on that. We'll get on that flank in a second. Maybe those guys can get a double drop and work themselves a red zone garrison. But for now, and then we got a bombing run. 116 bombing run. Looks like it gets 2, 3, maybe 4 Syndicate, which basically creates space. That's what they needed. And look, 116 doing the job, just following bombing run, cleaning out the rest of the area. Probably going to pop an OP somewhere near the log pile and continue on pushing. Now this group that just spawned in, right back to the same grind. They're coming right back. They need that space. Clownface, Taz, Ranger, Esprit de Corps knows the area right where JP is. Those trenches, very, very important piece of real estate. Now let's give the flank a little love. Are those guys still flanking? No, they're not. They're getting beat back because 116 knows you got to make sure Siegfried to the south is covered, and they're doing a fine job of that, making the flank life extremely tough. So anyway, while we got a little bit of time, we all know what's coming out. The patch, the .17. You know, those of you guys that played Mortain, you know, let me know how it played for you in the PTE, if that's what you did. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed. I thought the map was pretty good. Looks beautiful. Plays a little heavy. I think they need to optimize, but I think it could be another winner. We'll have to get our hands on it, and I know these guys who do prep will have to tear it apart. It's not officially good until the competitive scene goes over it with a fine comb. What's Clownface doing? All the way out there. Made it. Hürtgen and Clownface. Clownface gets the better. Jonas comes in. Can't. Oh, he gets smacked too. Kill switch on the flank. Clownface hopefully creates enough distraction. Kill knows. He knows something's there. He's peeking it. He's got a peek. Does he see? Colt. Kill switch. He took a couple shots. Colt goes down. The Clownface, I believe. Kill switch still in the game. Yeah, just the numbers are not adding up right now for Syndicate. Not enough bodies. But they're trying for sure. I mean, 116th is, you know, always been a top 3 team. I mean, they finished second to guess who? Esprit. I mean, no, excuse me. They lost to Esprit in the semifinals on Omaha. I mean, most people had them going to the finals to meet WTH. You know, it just didn't work out for them this time, but they just had a bad game. But that, you know, that was their opportunity to win their first seasonal. Came up a little short. But don't get it twisted. These guys here, the 116. And when you're smashing heads with these guys, you're playing against the best the best in all of Hell Let Loose. Would have been nice to have this kill feed up for you too, but we'll have to, like I said, reach out to all the server owners and make sure they get in touch with the circle. How in the... Salat? Okay. I was like, oh, Salat goes down Clownface. I tell you, Clownface is just putting in some serious work. Let me see. No flanks. Just, it's kind of spread out. I mean, it's hard. These guys just are not able to group up. They're having a difficult time. They don't have front door garrisons like they used to. So I imagine 1/16th is filling this space in the G column. Probably right here in G67. Slash up. What's it? Hey, what do we got? We got a tank in game. Yeah, this is looking really good for 1/16. 1/16 is no longer content with just sitting back and letting Syndicate come to them. They are now pushing front door on Syndicate's 4th point, salient 42. Let's get in there a little deeper in. Athens, Nam, Bush Latte. Let's get that rotate around. Now that flare drop by evac will do a hell of a job for our tanks. Get an idea of who's in and around. So that must have been a good call by Syndicate, realizing there's a lot of infantry. That's why the Panzer IV has moved up. Hearing the call out on the road, 280. There's those local comms. Getting that infantry, getting those pings. Give you guys an idea what it looks like to be on the field. It's really hard to see. These trees are very deceptive. You know, they're naked trees, but man, it's hard to see through them for some reason. Let's go with our Hürtgen lover. Try and give him a little love. Come on, brother. Get you one. Plenty out there. Yes, sir. They're awfully close. Again, this area was on a mission, just clapping. Luke's doing an end around. Woman repellent, Claro and Butters. Dude got one. Crew's out. Tank down. Crew dead. Solid job. Panzer IV is braving the forest. Gets OP. I didn't think he was going to make it. At HE said, I don't think so. So our Panzer IV is just sitting on the edge, trying to control the area just outside of their sector, salient 42. So big down. It's gonna, you know, get in control of these hills, getting on top. I mean, that's where Syndicate was when we started, and slowly are beginning pushed back to their 4th point, salient 42. So just taking his time and waiting for 116 to come into his kill zone. I mean, he's just holding the barbed wire. Knows where the choke points are. We got a bombing run from, you guessed it, 116. Not much to take out. Nobody really on the hard point proper. Again, fight for the little hills. Fight for the trenches. Every little bit counts. Ranger nading and gets naded. I mean, these guys, 116 just shows up in numbers. I mean, there's really not much you can do. You've got infantry from below you getting your attention while you're getting flanked and grenaded. That's just great teamwork. And every time you look, there's always, you know, 2 or 3 guys from 116 moving together. Nico gets one. Wow, great shot. Freezing Taz, let's go. And there it is. Behind, we got infantry behind. Oh, that's the worst. So again, big map real quick. Garrison situation's looking very thin. You can see the entire front line has been pushed back. They're fighting on their back foot. Salient 42 slowly getting overrun. We're a little over an hour, 30 minutes into the match. 116th is in a dominant position right now. They're just taking their time, making sure they're not just rushing the cap. They're making sure they control the map. Not just flanking and trying to avoid, they're going through. You can expect gunfights here for the next 10 minutes. This is how important this little piece of real estate, this hill, this trench. Trip gets the better of Paradox that time. But Syndicate does have the numbers at the moment. Yeah, the high ground. Trip is just doing hella work. That Garand is just popping. Now Fortress is anchoring the OP. He's doing a great job making sure that spawn wave just got off. As we slide down a little further to the south, this is like I said, salient 42 is a definite hard position or a hard point to take, just because it's so open. You can just see it's just mostly flat ground. I mean, there's some defilade here and there, but for some reason you're up on high on that 42 hill on top of that radar tower in the distance, right where you see our commander Logical Lee. It's just so hard. It's just so hard to come right in. Like these guys that are coming in from trenches, I mean, that is some seriously difficult sledding right here. Just to walk in front door. So it's going to take a wrap from the 6, but you can see both Syndicate tanks playing defensively in the I column, guarding the 3 garrison, the network of garrisons here. So for me, it's pretty simple. I think most players know you gotta push, and you gotta get this piece, this G5 trench network here where en route is. You can see the fighting is completely shifted away from the Scar, although we are seeing cap progress, which is so amazing to me. 1 person kill switch in the cap with data transfer covering the back end, flare going out from Daver. I mean, hopefully kill switch stays alive long enough and draws enough attention to allow Syndicate to push out and gain this area. You can see flare went up, ton of infantry in that area. I said it goes down. I think that was to artillery, not a grenade. Might have been grenade, I'm not sure, but I mean the job was done. We are seeing a lot of blue in Syndicate's sector, you know, and you know, I guess they're just waiting for the right time. I'm not sure, because you do see quite a few people just kind of holding their areas a little bit. I mean, this map is completely and utterly not about Shift W. Our sniper unit with demos, evac. I think that was demos. He's just down here, just any head he sees pop up. Fabby's waiting. Oh my god, it's sniper versus sniper apparently. Try and hook around to the back end. We've got blueprints for an AT gun, which is on the little shed in the distance. I like to load up infantry in there. So that's what that AT gun is for. You can also see that there is tank. Woo. So you can see in the distance right there, that little green, that's the AT gun they were fixing to build, but covered by the HE rounds of the 76. You know, if you got it, use it. Like, if you're locked in, I know people hate the precision strikes, but If you're having a hard time taking out your tanks, enemy tanks, I think it's worth it on a map like this. Now, if he's not careful, he's already... Well, that's Syndicate, excuse me. So that's lots of infantry. Just interested in holding the bottom. Don't think the 76 is interested in moving up too far. I mean, unless the infantry moves up and clears out Braz and Dicky Vargas. 76 is very content. It's got infantry with Frost, Phonics. He's not going anywhere. That's the south. We got patience just sitting in trenches. You don't want to pop your head. Let's go. Damn, I can see why he hates friggin' Hürtgen. Naked avenges you. It's just going to be about sitting in OP going up. Now, we do have a garrison just south, proxy lit, meaning infantry, enemy infantry in the area, as well as garrison that was just built north. Yes, sir. They're about to run into... OP is clapped. Data's dead. Shooter is just not about poking his head. If anything, his OP just got clapped after he just placed it. He's almost on a 2-minute. That's why he's out of there. He's like, you know what? I gotta leave. They know where we're at, and that's just a smart play by Shooter. If he could place OP somewhere else in the red. You can see they're already looking for him. Question is, are they going to come back or are they going to keep pushing? 16 is going to keep pushing. Run into Shen. Pan gets the drop. Now, is that for the... Did that? I think it did. Yes, it did. It got the 7-6. They've got two. The second one controlling Siegfried Line to the south. So just so you know, Siegfried Line, you know, just right here. Again, all this area, if you want to attack Stanley 42, they need to own. Slight progress. Nothing crazy. Like if I see Garrison light up here, then it's real. It's just waiting for a double drop. Wix's squad, if he gets a double drop, you can get an attack Garrison. But while that's all happening, we have our first, and is that bombing run? A defensive bombing run. 116 defensive bombing run. Not too concerned with it, but I would be more concerned about the players that have made it into the strong cap on 42. Branico and Du. One down, but yeah, you know that's not going to be enough, but defensively, these tanks don't plan on going anywhere. These guys are anchored to the point. That's why 42 is a difficult point, because they have a great line of sight. That is, the Tiger can just see straight out to where Braz is. It's difficult. And infantry, if they get up on top of the radar tower here, shooting out into this open field is quite easy. See how far these boys go. And Kev gets the drop. Smurf staying low and defilade. Bob Frost hopping around like a little bunny. Call them Bob. I meant Bo. Oh, come on, baby. There you go. Good shot, Smurf. The STG-44. He's got smash. Now he's just on a let me clap an OP mission because him by himself, he's just running. Just let me get it. Just let me get the cover. If I can get around this back end and get some Garrison's health, if I got a satchel, I'm really winning. Hey, he runs into war. Or woe ragging. But now, you know what it does? It makes him pause. Makes him have to say, hey, man, I got to clean this area out. Make sure there aren't any more players. In the meantime, Dickie Vargas comes and fills that gap. These guys are going to go say hello. He's up high waiting for him. Oh, beautiful. Way to get inside of that small little shed. Puts the beating on whoa. Fresh spawn from these Is this the tank crew? Are they all out? This is a torch party over there. Wow, look at that. Just got out, drove that tank to the ditch and said, let's get it healed up. Right back into the same action. It's going to take a Syndicate tank, honestly, to come down here. I don't think infantry is going to be able to take out... The Syndicate infantry is not going to be able to take out 116 and then take out the tank, because the moment they start engaging, the tank's going to recognize and just start shelling. So... But Braz might get a gift. Looks like the 76 may or might not know where he is. Question is, does Braz have any rockets? Apparently not. He's just leaving them be. Nothing exciting back at Scar. Not a body to be found. Let's see, yeah. Hey, this is progress. Remember we were saying we needed this? Syndicate now has that trenched area in G6, so that is progress. And it did light up, so we do have a 116 tank. So this is the most encouraging moment, we'll say, for Syndicate. Because it's been, ever since the start, it was very competitive, but since then, up until now, it's been 116 exercising their dominance, just pushing Syndicate around a little bit. But, was that... Let's get a check on tank situation. That might have been... Yes, it was. The 76... For 116 goes down. That's going to be huge. Huge help. Now that guy right there, sir. Yes, sir. He is just going to light everything up. We're Braz to Covenant. And for you guys that kind of just pub a little bit, map control is everything. It's just not front door. You guys that run in a straight line, you need to secure your sector in the areas in and around adjacent. So, you know, just north is a very important place. You need to own it. and just seeing our flanks way out to the north. I mean, looks like 116th is everywhere. They've locked out a garrison way up in almost F3, F4 area. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't just sit on the hard cap, you push up. You know, make contact, find your enemy. We have a tank engagement with Athens. Where are we seeing? Probably... I don't believe that's an AT gun. Perhaps somewhere on the other end. I mean, these guys are so talented. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was that 76. These spree boys, they go for it. They don't sit back, man. They push. It's a ballsy OP he's put up right there, right behind. That's what you do. You push. Get the areas you want. Uh-oh, tripping the area. So a little bit of blood splatter. And just to let you guys know, and I know you heard that MG going off, the new MG sounds from the PTE, fantastic. Love the new sounds. Looking forward to that new drop. Hopefully February sometime. Rupert with the clap on trip. Just punching a hole in the line. And McFalls is just peeking a corner right now. Rupert's bandaging. Oh, actually dropping down AT rockets. He gets dropped. I'm not sure by who. Yeah, in a map like this, you know progress is going to be slow. You know, 50 meters, 100 meters. You're not getting large chunks. Excel with another clap. I remember him from Seasonal, just putting in work. I think he was one of my... I think he might have been an honorable mention or a second teamer. Yeah, but the MG across the way. Yeah. You got double teamed right there. So how far did we actually get? So we're actually fairly deep within the 116 territory. I mean, it does take time, or now we can safely say we're just about an hour into the match. Hear the sound of tiger coming up. So again, I told you if the tiger can move up to where I'm zoomed in, that little cluster of real estate there over by Siegfried, that's where our tiger needs to get in order to secure the south and then slowly pinch in and move up to get into Scar. Bombing run. Not seeing much in the way of Syndicate if they're just holding off. Do we have any work over here? Yeah, not much. So we'll slide back over south. Cookie and the boys. Yeah, want to get up right around where our guy Roar is chilling. I think we've been here before. I think I've seen this movie. I just remember this trench. I think I've seen it. So artillery is zeroed in on the compound on Siegfried. That might be indicative of where the next push is. I think he needs to change his name till I still hate Hürtgen. We're starting to see some coordination now from Syndicate. Hopefully not moving too fast, just moving with each other because you want to make sure you cover each other's sixes. Schmidt is just waiting. Fabby gets around. He's skipping, he's hopping. Don't do that. Ooh. That was a hell of a shot. Every time I hear Hürtgen is getting, man, killer. A nice little 2-kill streak. Man, you got smacked though. Who was behind that? That was Paradox. Yeah, it's just a lot of back and forth. And we're just hoping we can get a nice little push. Like here it is, just a nice push. Man, artillery. Front door. There's Naked. Coming off Garrison. Alright, our commander's in the fight, Benji. wish I had a kill feed up because Excel is just putting up big numbers. Yep, and as you can see out there in the distance, about 360 meters away is the Scar, which is the midpoint and the goal right now for Syndicate. And yeah, it starts with taking control of the wooded area. Just what are we saying? The wooded area just east. 16 artillery. Yeesh. They are on the spot. They are really softening up Syndicate and the spree. .16, when they move, man. So yeah, the 3-2, and G gets, then he gets it. Fortress gets taken out. Yeah, this whole match is just putting your nose in the shit and just keep going. It's just, it's not too cheeky. You're not gonna find any crazy shit happening. It's just gonna be who can grind it out better. More artillery. Pan looks like he's calling in those arty strikes. Man, it's taking people out. Grand. Reload that bitch. Let's go. And he's content. Let me just sit here by this knocked out Tiger tank. Yeah. He's got no worries. He's got another carcass sitting there in the P4. He's a happy camper. No pun intended, but and now for 116, if you hadn't or not in the trees the whole time, that's their objective, their fourth point, or the Syndicate fourth point, which is salient 42. Like I had said earlier at the top of the show, that getting there is, especially with tank support, probably one of the more difficult strong points to crack. I mean, there's really nowhere to hide. You can see everything. Everybody sees where you're coming from. Bombing run. Or is that a precision? That's a precision. Let's take a quick peek about our Tiger. We got to give the Tiger some love, the tank crews. I mean, we're 20 minutes left. A little less than 20. We all know it takes 2 minutes to cap a midpoint, or any point for that matter. So it's 18:30. 18:30 remaining in this match. If the points stay 3-2. I really didn't check out the fuel situation, which I will right now. $470 manpower at 3 1/4 practically, and munitions. So resources are still pretty good. They'll get one more big Tiger out on the field before the match ends. Protect these tanks. Where's our tank? Yep. You know they're just flooding in. 116 flooding in. Logically calling for smoke barrage from heir apparent. Maybe now's the move. Maybe they're like, okay, let's move the tanks up. Let's get some smoke. Let's prep the area. Maybe he's got a bombing run. Uh-oh. They're not going to like this. Oh, I can just hear the people bitching and moaning. Oh, somebody come help the poor Tiger. Come on, boys. Oh, he had him. Psych. Oh, my God. Run him over. Oh, my God. I'll be calling out in command chat. I'm going to get satcheled. Oh, shit. It's on. Is it on? Do we see it? Do we see it? Do we see it? Is it fizzing? I'm not seeing it. Jumped out. Love it when that happens. Come on, Butters. They both got it, so they're both tag teaming. Man, they must have put it underneath. That's fantastic. I think they're clear. That is huge play. Huge play, man. But the infantry, come on, inf. Our tanks cannot go down. Man. This is when you get close to the recon and thinking, hey, make a move, make a play. Not going to happen that moment. Yeah, and this is no fluke. He didn't accidentally, you know what I'm saying? He didn't accidentally hit it. But Freezing Taz has been a medic the entire game. You know, sometimes you think you might have just misclicked and hit the wrong roll. No. He said, I'm running medic. Excel getting a clap on Muck and Ranger. I tell you, Esprit, you can tell why Esprit is one of the best teams. These guys, I mean, I've been calling them out a lot. They've been doing some really solid work. Where are we? We're right by Baker and George OP, which is in the soft cap. Soft cap for Syndicate is right now Salient 42. Pan, our squad lead, just gets a fresh spawn of players. Yeah, but this, look at this. It's like a fortress. Smilk MG. Wow, takes him down. Trip. Great shooter. Having a great day. Having a great day. Trying to take this. Trying to cross that no man's land. Will he make it to the... Will he make it to the bunker where Hydrant is? I think he might. He got the grenade in hand. That's the question. Is he going to go in there and just clap? Ooh, gets the clap. Shh. Oh, he hears MG. He's like, he pulled his knife out. Careful, Braz. I think he's on the descent. I want to be careful. Oh man, you are so hidden in there. That is such a great little peeking spot.
Focus north, focus north.
You better focus on your 6, man, because this guy's about to get you there, Braz. And he's like, let me leave the MG alone. Personally, I would have clapped Braz if I saw him. Love you, Braz, but you know? And he's like, you know what? Let me just go for this strong point. So we have made it into the strong point. Just in there. He's the one who's proxying the garrison trip. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Now you're here. MG is still up, shooting. Garrison down below. And yeah, that's the end of the trip. Shooter! Damn, should have called your name. Damn. That's tough. Getting taken out in the smoke. Oof. So there goes that threat. Alright, let's get up and out of here. I mean, all in all, right now, let's say what it is. I mean, 116, top 3 teams, Syndicate playing them real tough. As you can see, midpoint is contested slightly. I mean, it's never been really a threat, but I think they've done a fine showing of themselves, you know, playing a team. Oh, here we go. Airhead bombing combo. Been waiting all match for something. Strafe comes through, hoping to catch some bodies. It's going to come down. Can the Syndicate infantry do a good enough job to protect the airhead and allow for at least a spawn or 2 to get off? This is the time where you need Heir Apparent to really start landing smoke like he's doing, and then switch over to HE. Now, up in the distance, I'm pretty sure we've got a tank shooting down from the radar tower, or probably from somewhere else in the distance. Let it breathe. Let the smoke breathe, baby. We have some OP action. Do we have anything? Where's Airhead? Airhead's been destroyed. You know, the meta for the Airhead used to be just smoke it and drop the Airhead, but teams have caught on to that. I've always said, let people drop Airheads wherever the hell they want, and let it be on the squad leader to work their way back to put their OPs and potential, you know, supplies that were dropped earlier. You know, make them work back. Make the game a little more spread out so it's not a bottleneck like this sweatiness right here that we're seeing. Okay, German supplies are about to touch down. Now, Water Jug, if he can put up garrison inside this flak pit, he's got infantry around. Now, chances are it's going to get locked out, but as long as it's not removed and they can do enough job to push into the scar, it might free up. But as long as Colt is in there, there's the 100. He's got it up. Fantastic job. Now, press off. Good job. He kills Colt. Or is that Rupert? Yeah, I think Rupert gets Colt. 116's hot on the trail. They know what's up. This ain't their first rodeo. They know exactly what's going on. They saw the supplies coming down. We're seeing, for the first time, some steady cap progress on our midpoint scar from Syndicate. So this might be their one and only chance. It's a full send. I mean, if you got them, if you got the OPs and the garrison, send it all in. I mean, to go down, 3-2 without taking a crack, who cares if you lose 1-4? Heir Apparent is hitting the strong point with artillery, trying to soften it up. Now it's time for Syndicate to hook around. 116th flare going up, about to show everybody. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a flank except for top of hill. Now this is a smart place to attack Scar from. This is the best place, honestly. You can get to the river at the bottom and work your way up and underneath. Whereas if you're coming in from above, it's open field, it's really tough sledding. But you need to have a presence there. You give up the top, they can turn and shoot down into this valley and take you out. So you need some of your best shooters to come in underneath. Caseman, Keanu, Fortress. Yep. And where that just spawned in, you have to run along the water and clean up those OPs at the bottom. So Caseman, Keanu, Wicks probably want to get to the edge of the water and work their way up underneath. Put a satchel somewhere where Kev is, and maybe get him to panic and turtle up on the mid. This is nice. This is nice. Now, where has this been all game? So even though temporarily 116 has stalled the cap progress, they did it at a cost of having to turtle and give up key areas in the strong point. Now that is a 116 bombing run. Trying to take out all the infantry to the north. Maybe I think they might have been going for the garrison. Now the other garrison has been locked out. We're seeing dual cap progress. The fourth point, which is salient 42, is 2/3 capped for 116. At the same time, 116 is defending their midpoint, the Scar. Attack's over for Syndicate. They're gonna have to just say, all right, we gave it a shot. It didn't work. Now it's just management. Did you send enough guys but not oversend defenders? How committed is 116 to taking that fourth point? It looks like 2 squads on 2 squads. We have 2 OPs going up. And we all know that Syndicate does have that garrison just behind the radar tower. Airhead. And I know that's not a Syndicate airhead. It can't possibly be. And it is not. 116 took the shot. Now, where did he drop it? Is that it? That is a key. You know, these guys practice that drop. Man. That is, whoo. It depends on where they spawn. They might spawn in the bunker. I don't know. This is going to be interesting. Where will this spawn? With supplies. Why not? Colt is right there waiting for it. That's so crazy. Airhead is going to get at least one wave off. Surprised it hasn't. I know it's I think it's a 40-second. I think it's a 40-second spawn. Smilk. Oh my God, that was beautiful. Oh, get right into the bunker. Yes, the panic alarm better be hit. Is the garrison still up? That's the question. Garrison is right below us, as you can see. That is a Syndicate garrison. I believe, is it locked? Is it locked out? It's just red. Okay. Does Commander search? Fresh spawn. Hit the bunker. They made it interesting, boys and girls. They didn't just slowly let time run down. They actually took a shot. Both teams did. I mean, risking it, they could have went the safe way, 116. They said, "No, we're shooting for the 1-4." Now that was Syndicate with the satchel. Very smart play. Didn't catch who did that, but very smart. Lots of 116 bodies, though, in the strong point itself. The only thing keeping this point alive is that garrison, which is still open for business, not locked out. I think only sees it. He's going for it. He gets smashed. En route, I believe. Kept the garrison up and alive. Syndicate has one last chance before this goes down 4-1. Missing with the rocket. They know it's there. Oh my goodness, he was camping it. Beautiful. Who was that? Yeah, this is a done deal. We're going to give the boom. It was a great play. 116. Well played, boys. You deserve this boom. Well done. Well played. Now that pushes the 116 lead to 4-1 with about 30 seconds left. Again, a late cap. You know, it's going to end probably 4-1. But we all know it was a much closer match. And without taking that risk, Syndicate could have very easily walked away with a 3-2. But I take my cap off for him, saying, hey, let's try. Let's try. I know we haven't been in good positions, but hey, let's just launch it. And let's see what happens. So that officially will do it. Match ends 4-1 in favor of 116. We'll pull up the scorecard, the scoreboard, I should say, while we have the time. Just cruise through the numbers. We're going to see if some of the guys that we were shouting out. Yeah, tough day for the tankers, no doubt. As Freezing Taz is a medic getting 366. Good for you, man. Braz, nice numbers. 500. He's consistent putting up Excel. I told you he had a day. 5 bills. Kill Switch, a monster game. Almost a little over 650. Air Parent on the artillery. He had a day. Once again, I think tankers just didn't have a good go of it. And for the 116, what are we seeing here? Now that's a Extreme Dinosaur guy, former Core / DC guy. Guys didn't know that. That's the new power team. 604 Ditzel. Phoenix. Whew. Talk about it. Give me 800. Man. Big numbers. Consistently played extremely well. And that's how it's going to end. Almost come back to get that 2-3. They're going to run out a little short. That is Syndicate. But that's just how it's going to go. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, that's how it goes. Hard fought, scrim. I mean, we all thought 116th was going to do the job, and they did. Syndicate was hoping just to stay close and maybe sneak one out in the end. But, it just didn't happen today. But they played well. A team that's probably a little bit more polished right now than they are, but nothing to be ashamed about. They got their reps. They used today for what it was for, I think, which was a warm-up for their APL match against Esprit on LLMain night or dusk. So, yeah, that's it. That's how it goes. So, anyway, that'll about do it here. But, hey, guys, before you go, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you do me a favor, right down below. Hit the like button, comment, tell me how the stream went, and notifications if you want to see the next time I go live. And I'm so sorry. I said this now two weeks in a row. At first it was the microphone popping, and hopefully it came out clear, but now it's the go live button. Now I can't stream in 2K, but we're working. We're working to make this smoother, right? Ever since Twitch kind of faded and fell apart on me, Twitch was so easy. I just used to hit one button. Now I'm working to figure out all the kinks to get this live feature going in YouTube. But anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully see you guys again on the next one. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.